B-Mod Beast will roar to life. Andy Bryant took a turn around the high side going through turn number 2. J.C. Morton tries to get underneath him, and Bryant slams the door shut, trying to lead us around for lap number 1 of 30. This will be the longest distance these B-Mods have covered here in Wheatland this season.
Andy Bryant has found his way to victory lane twice here at Lucas Oil Speedway, 11 times total in the USRA division, and he was a hot shoe. He was the 2015 B-Mod champion, youngest ever to claim that title back in 2015. He was also the Ironman champion in 2016. That is a list of racetracks that you go to and run just a couple of times throughout the season, and he has worked his way up through the field to lead, but a great battle there for second as J.C. Morton and Taylor Moore, they battled it out all season long here at the Diamond of Dirt tracks, and they're running second and third now. Tonight
should be no different. Taylor Moore started 6th and has already slung that race car up into the top 3 as he runs around the outside of Donald Jackson in the 42J. Bryant, Morton, Moore, and Jackson, the first 4 in the running order here, as we have got 4 laps into this 30-lap A main here tonight. And Bryant right now out in front, nobody in front of him, and battles all the way back through the field behind him as you continue to watch J.C. Morton and Taylor Moore, as they are going to probably be door-to-door coming through turn 4.
And Corey, Taylor Moore is a champion in the making. He was 3rd in the points last year, 2nd in the points this year. He actually had the lead midway through the season in the point standings as he was the midseason champ. Just got edged out over the last few weeks as J.C. Morton got out on top and won by just a handful of points. But then you look at J.C. Morton in the 18 machine. He has been a hot rod throughout. He had 1 win midway through the season, then had to win on the final night. Over 150 total feature wins to his credit, and he is a national champion from back in 2016 in this division.
Right now the question is, do either of those cars, the 00 or the 18, have anything for the youngster Andy Bryant? A young man who graduated from high school earlier this year. I remember talking to his dad. He raced one night, then went and took the ACT the next morning, was racing on Saturday night. So a packed schedule for that young man as he concludes his high school career and continues his racing career here tonight in Wheatland. And Shane, that differential between Bryant, Morton, and Moore has closed.
Getting shorter and shorter as we go. It's 0.38 seconds from first to second, and then another 0.4 seconds on back to third to Taylor Moore. But those 3 cars were out on the high side. They're now starting to work down on that low groove, or at least middle of the pack is J.C. Morton, just trying to find enough tack. And the water truck came out during intermission, dropped some water down over in 3 and 4. It extended over into turn 1 and 2 down on that low side. So you question if it was going to be too slick, but they're able to find a little bit of bite down there on that low side, and it's working out as they run off the turn.
Andy Bryant 3rd in the national point standings. He ended up finishing 12th, just a couple of positions outside the top 10 here in the points championships for the Ozark Golf Cars USRA B-Mods. As you look back in the pack now, you saw Donald Jackson and Justin Comer, who is trying to take the spot away. That is a battle for 4th position as Comer tries to cut underneath the 42J.
And those are 2 cars that really haven't been here at Lucas Oil Speedway all that often this year. So it shows how good they are. They can make adjustments on the fly, get hooked up. And you see Donald Jackson, who's only ran 3 or 4 times throughout the season. He is automatically in the top 5 after a great run through his heat race as well. And Justin Comer still trying to peek that nose on the inside and try to make that move.
Bryant, Morton, and Moore continue to be out in front, running 1, 2, and 3. And eventually here, Shane, we know what the great equalizer usually is, and that is lap traffic. Your race leader, Andy Bryant, with 13 laps down, is starting to come around to the tail end of the field.
There you see your lead 3 cars. They have all gapped out about 4 car lengths in between them. Then your 4th place. Now you see Mitchell Franklin moving to the inside. And the 1F has had an outstanding season this year. The youngster out of Camden, Missouri has gotten better and better, has gotten some top 5s, and he just needs seat time, needs that practice. And there's a youngster in Andy Bryant right there that's had plenty of seat time. Now you see Mitchell Franklin make the move and trying to move up a spot.
He finished in 4th at the end of the regular season, and Comer hits one of the tires, marking the infield there, but he is able to keep his race car pointed in the right direction as Steve Muhlenberg comes up in the 39 behind the 112 of Comer. Comer out of Joplin, Missouri, trying to hold on, and now he is headed in the wrong direction. Chris Jackson and Greg Woodcock trying to split him as they work their way through turn 4.
And you had mentioned he hit the tire. I don't know if he hit the tire or if he hit the berm, but it has messed something up on that car because Steve Muhlenberg was able to get around, and Comer was up front, and now he's able to, or about ready to lose a number of spots with the cars behind him. Now Andy Bryant starting to get in lap traffic, so as the field is spread out, you've got racing action all around this short oval.
You saw Dylan McCowan there momentarily. Andy Bryant looking to put him a lap down as you see Chris Jackson out of Lebanon, Missouri. Andy Bryant, your race leader, now starting to pick cars off one at a time, and you'll see the skill of this young man as he's gotten around the 14-year-old McCowan, and now is going to try and slide his way past a couple of cars that he's about to put a lap down here as we are 18 laps in.
And this is what is so tough right here. You've got lap traffic that you don't know where they're going to go. You try to watch them for a lap and see the line that they run and try to make adjustments, but whenever they're racing just as hard in lap traffic to hold on to their position, they can change a line from one turn to the next. Andy Bryant doesn't know every lap which way they're going to go, so he was able to thread the needle one time, and now he's trying to get around the lapped car instead on the inside. The number 4 is Bryant just plows down on that low side.
Trying to get around Matt Walton right now in the white 4. He'll go to the bottom of the racetrack. Quentin Taylor now right in front of him as well in the 14T. And Bryant bobbing and weaving like a boxer, trying to find a line that'll keep that 28 free and clear as he has put some distance between he and the car back in the second spot, the 18 of J.C. Morton.
There you see Morton trying to get around the 14-year-old of Dylan McCown, who's had an outstanding season this year as well. He worked his way up through the modified ranks, running some Midwest modifieds. He's got a couple wins underneath his belt there, but whenever he comes to Lucas Oil Speedway, for him, it's a win just making it to the A main. He has accomplished something against the type of driver and cars that make up this field.
The last time around, Andy Bryant had a 2-second lead on J.C. Morton. This time, he has grown that lead, even picking off cars in lap traffic, now to close to 2.5 seconds. The 28, bad, fast, and flying around this diamond of dirt tracks, as now he will come underneath the flag stand, and there will be 6 laps remaining.
Getting around the lap car, Michael Bowers to the inside, and they are starting to get some ruts down on that low side. It is starting to get really, really rough downstairs. They are kicking up a lot of mud and a lot of dirt, so that is starting to become a rough patch to get through, but Andy Bryant's got enough suspension underneath that B-Mod. He's able to make it work.
Beating and banging in the field. Back behind is the 18 and the 00 of J.C. Morton and Taylor Moore try to get around the lap car of Quentin Taylor as they're able to slide up the racetrack, but that 14T still trying to hold his line. Now Morton and Moore will split the 14T, make their way back as Andy Bryant continues to cruise here. A Saturday night special for Andy Bryant in the 28. And now, Shane, he's got some room around him. He's got a good gap next to the next car a lap down, and he's already around the 2B.
He does. He has plenty of advantage with an entire straightaway, but those 3 cars right there, you've got the 18 of J.C. Morton, the 00 of Taylor Moore, and just out of your screen is Chris Jackson in the 65. He has flown through the field. He started all the way at the back of the pack after having to work his way through the B, and now he's up into the top 4.
Bryant's lead continues to grow in the waning laps of this one. It is going to be almost a 4-second gap, 4.1 seconds between the 28 and the 18 of Andy Bryant and J.C. Morton, now with only 2 laps to the conclusion of our 30-lap A main here tonight. Bryant now turning his attention to the 18 that's in front of him. The white flag comes out, 1 lap to go as Casey Lindell in front of Andy Bryant. Bryant trying to clear him. He will run through the middle of the track. Bryant letting off, just trying to glide that car safely through. He'll come off the exit of turn number 4 and take the checkered flag.
The exit of turn number 4, and this time we are green flag racing with the Larry Phillips Memorial as Will Vaught's going to drive down into turn number 1, show the way. Dave Eckrich with a great run this time on the top side. The Cosgrove, Iowa driver, he will show the way down into turn number 3.
What a great start for him originally as they go side by side off of turn 4, and what a great run he's got on the top top side.
Dave Eckrich using that top side momentum to take the early race lead. The precision performance number 58 will show the way down the back chute. Vaught in second. Now Chad Simpson a little bit of trouble off the exit of turn number 2 for your point leader. He drops back a little bit as Jake Neal will go to the inside for the battle for third and fourth.
Chad Simpson stuck back there in third as the top 2 cars are starting to gap him, even though they're going side by side through the turns, and a great run off of turn 2 by Eckrich. They are still able to gap all the way back to third and fourth.
Top 2 going to go work in the bottom side as Will Vaught not able to do anything with Eckrich, who will continue to show the way. Now you've got Chad Simpson solidly in that third spot. Here comes the 15 car, Peyton Looney. Runner-up finisher last night out of Republic, Missouri, sets his sights on the 25 of Simpson, and he will take the spot down the back chute.
You see Jesse Stovall threading the needle there and making a great move to work his way up through the field. He started back in mid-pack, and he's now already threatening to move up into the top 5.
Great run for Stovall. We said it, able to get a few free spots on that first start as he bicycles over there in turn number 1 and 2. He quickly comes up on the back bumper of Mason Oberkramer. He'll have to set it up down into turn number 3. Stovall will go to the top side cushion, hit that loud pedal, and he'll try and pinch it around, but he's going to cross it over down the front straightaway and move on up.
Found plenty of grip up there on the top, and then turns 1 and 2 have become rather bumpy. There's some ruts down there on the low side, so Stovall likes it up top, but he is able to grab that spot, and he is now securely in the top 5 as he is trying to track down Peyton Looney.
Stovall right on the back bumper of Peyton Looney, a couple of car lengths back, as Will Vaught in that second spot continuing to try and chase down your race leader from the outside front row. It is Dave Eckrich showing the way here as we have put 7 laps in the books this time, and here comes Will Vaught sitting back, a little patience as he continues to try and search this Lucas Oil Speedway groove.
And you can see there's multiple grooves now as they go flying off of turn 2. It's starting to get slick, starting to get racy over in the turns, so they can go low, they can go middle of the pack, but Will Vaught really likes that top groove. You can see where it's just freshly tilled up on that topsoil, and he is able to grab plenty of grip off that turn.
Dave Eckrich driving right through the black of the speedway down there in the entrance of turn number 1. This time a good run off the exit of turn number 2 for the 1V of Will Vaught. Vaught once again clear up on the top side cushion, working the top side, grabbing that moisture. He's going to have a great run this time within a car length of your race leader, and he's going to take a shot down into 1.
Well, Vaught's been on the high side. He's going to have to change his line if he's going to try to get around Eckrich for that top spot. So now he goes middle of the track and pulls along wheel to wheel.
Down to the inside, Will Vaught will pull the slider across the nose of the 58, this time in turn number 3 and 4. Back down to the inside comes the 58 of Eckrich, but this time of the line, first time of the lead tonight, it's the 1V of Will Vaught. And don't look now, but Chad Simpson, the 25, sits lurking back there in the third spot.
He is just biding his time back in third. He has made up a lot of ground. He is now only 0.8 seconds behind your leader in Will Vaught, as Will Vaught has a 0.7 second advantage now over Eckrich.
Eckrich maintaining that second position as Vaught now going to start to work his way into lap traffic. That first car he makes his way around is the 14 car of Mitch McGrath. Got another one in his sights as he approaches down the front straightaway, as now Chad Simpson into that runner-up position, getting around the 58 car of Eckrich, starting to look like it's going to be a 1-2 points night tonight for the top 2 in the MLRA series.
Well, you mentioned Simpson moving up and taking that second spot away, but you got to give a shout out to Peyton Looney as well. He has been able to stay right there with him as he has a good 3 car lengths behind and trying to move up as well.
You know, we've talked about Jesse Stovall. He is inside that top 5, continues his march forward as he has now caught the back bumper of the 58 car of Dave Eckrich. That's for the 4 spot. Still a long way to go, and Jesse Stovall definitely the driver that is on the march to the front as Will Vaught continuing to show the way.
Yeah, Vaught is now trying to navigate lap traffic again, and that has allowed Chad Simpson to catch up with him even further. He is pulling about a car length closer every lap around. We are 14 laps in. This completes lap 15 as Chad Simpson about 2 grooves down from where Will Vaught is running. He's making up time.
Grooves on this racetrack continuing to change. A great speedway here at the Lucas Oil Speedway tonight. Multiple grooves. We've said it all night long, but Will Vaught right now in control. He likes that clean air, likes being out in front. Now Chad Simpson once again trying to slide that Levy Trucking 25 across the turn number 3 and 4 exit as he approaches the back bumper of your race leader.
You know, there's a saying, and I'm not going to take credit for it because I heard it somewhere else, but at a lot of dirt tracks, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get whenever you show up. You don't know if you need to run high, run low. Whenever you come to Lucas Oil Speedway, you know there's going to be multiple lines. You can, for the most part, pick where you want to go and then make adjustments as it goes along. There is always a racy track when you know you show up at Wheatland.
And you know, 50 laps here tonight, a big long race, a little bit longer than the MLRA guys are used to at most events. So plenty of time to get to the front. You can use some patience. Definitely got to save some equipment. You wonder, Chad Simpson's really starting to push it here. He wants that clean area right now that belongs to Will Vaught. As we quickly look up at the Lucas Oil scoreboard, see 18 laps in the books as Will Vaught once again deep in lap traffic.
Simpson picking up 2/10 last time around, another 10th after that. Now they're caught up in lap traffic again, and Will Vaught's doing a great job of looking ahead, seeing what line the lapped cars are running, and picking another one to get around him. So Will Vaught has somewhat easily moved through the slower cars.
But all of a sudden Chad Simpson has gotten those same 2 cars. He's picked them off. Now you got Peyton Looney. Looney is all of a sudden within just a few car lengths of the back bumper of the 25 of Simpson. Almost about to make it a 3-car race as down the back straightaway. Will Vaught looking to put Chris Speaker, the Messina, Iowa driver, a lap down. He will do so this time off the exit of turn 4.
And Dave Eckeridge is in a free fall. He was up battling for the lead with Will Vaught. Chad Simpson got around him. Peyton Looney has gotten around him. Now Jesse Stovall has done the same thing. So Jesse Stovall has worked his way up to 4th, and now you see Chad Simpson getting so close to that back rear end of Will Vaught.
Stovall working his way through the front, but like you said, back up front, it is currently the 1V machine of Will Vaught showing the way, but right at the corner entry, a lot of times that 25 a little bit faster, but right off the exit, that forward bite by the 25. Will Vaught showing some good patience on the top side of this Lucas Oil Speedway. Just got to know that you got to get back to that throttle just in time, just like that right there, and he can hang it up top and keep that race lead for the 1V car.
You got to think if Chad Simpson can get one good run, that's really all it's going to take just to be able to pull up alongside and maybe sneak that nose out in front to get in front of Will Vaught. He might be able to hang on to that spot, and that move right there, trying to dive to the inside with Will Vaught drifting high, is probably where he's going to be able to do it.
Lap car of Gorby right up in front of your race leaders, and that may be an advantage for a little bit of a pick move. We'll have to see if Chad Simpson can make something happen, but it could also be a huge break for Will Vaught if he could time it just right as he works on the back bumper of the 9 machine of Gorby. Gorby gets the move over flag. If Vaught can time this just right, maybe get a little distance between himself as we are halfway home at tonight's Larry Phillips Memorial with Will Vaught at the point.
Well, with Will Vaught in the point, you would think that he's in safe territory right now, but so many times we've seen it, the cars out in front, once they get into lap traffic. We saw it during the Show Me 100 weekend whenever the MLRA and the Lucas Oil late models were here. They got involved in lap traffic and bad things happen, and right now it's a good thing for Chad Simpson.
Lap traffic right through the 9 of Gorby coming up in front of your leaders this time. He's going to slide up across the track. That's the 1 of Vaught. He is going to hang on by mere inches at the line. Will Vaught under attack by the 25 of Chad Simpson. This time Simpson will drive right by off the exit of turn number 2, but here comes Will Vaught back down to the inside going into 3.
Great move by Vaught.
Great move by Vaught. He is going to slide the top side. Here comes Chad Simpson. He will fire back to the inside, but not able to take the lead away from that 1V machine. How about the persistence by Will Vaught? Now you've got Peyton Looney. Where did he come from?
He had stayed right with Chad Simpson all the way through the field, and then whenever they got racy up front, that's whenever Peyton Looney smelled blood in the water. He decided to go on the attack, and now he is a contender for the win.
Peyton Looney's had some great history here as he's bombed down there on the bottom of turn number 1 and 2. Peyton Looney, the runner-up last night at the Donaldson Speedway and Lee County Speedway in Donaldson, Iowa, I should say, looking for his first ever MLRA win. And I tell you what, I don't think he is going to go away easily. He is hard-pressed to get one tonight.
Well, the speed bumps over in turn 1 and 2 have not slowed Peyton Looney down at all. He has stayed in the throttle, and he is right there with Chad Simpson, as that has now allowed Will Vaught to stretch his lead out. He's now back out to a half a second advantage over Simpson.
Half a second as that battle for second continues on. We quickly see 31 on the board, just 19 laps remaining in tonight's A feature event. Lap traffic continuing to be right in the crosshairs of your race leader, Will Vaught. 1 spot back. It is still tight quarters as it looks like the 15 of Looney this time may clear the 25 of Chad Simpson.
Completing lap 32 in this 50-lap feature. Got off to a slow start at the very beginning, but once they got under green and got spread out, they have been clicking off really good lap time, 16.87 seconds around the best time for Will Vaught, and he has been very consistent right around that 17-second lap mark.
Vaught now out to a 1.7 second advantage, an extra 1/10 of a second gained on that lap, as that battle for second going on in his rearview mirror is the best thing he could see. Also, every car that he can get between himself and that 25 is a couple of extra championship points, as currently your top point leaders are running 1 and 3 in tonight's feature event.
So you see Vaught cross the line. You see him dive down on that low side. There's a rut there that if you get down low enough, you can avoid it and be able to keep your momentum up and find some tack down there on the bottom. He's also been able to diamond a time or two, go up high, lift just a little bit, but get a great run off of that turn, pick up some speed as he hits the front stretch.
You know, those rough patches right there, you see Vaught's going to push up the track, and the ruts down there are going to cost him. Got some unfinished business at the point, starting to stack him up this time off the restart. Great restart one more time for Vaught, but keep an eye on the 25 of Chad Simpson. Battle for the race lead off the exit of turn number 2. Looney going to drop back, and here comes a hard charging out with the rocket ship, the 00 machine of Jesse Stovall. He's in the 3rd spot. He may sneak by and steal this thing as Vaught is caught up front, battling it out with Chad Simpson for the race lead. New leader at the line, it's Simpson.
Well, you go from Peyton Looney contending for the lead, bouncing through turn 2, unable to make that stick, and now he's all the way back to 4th. That opens the door for Jesse Stovall up into 3rd, and now it's Will Vaught hung out on the high side as Stovall looking to the inside of him.
How about threading the needle on that one, baby? Will Vaught going to try and thread the needle, not able to advance his position, but he is right there now. He's going to have that momentum, but Simpson's going to slide up and kill the momentum down into 3.
I don't know how much of it he killed whenever he slid up, because Will Vaught stayed on the accelerator and cruises right past him on the inside. They are nose to tail 1 through 3 before they fan out, and Vaught another good run on the high side.
Oh, I could enjoy this all night long. Saturday night dirt track action at its best as Will Vaught going at it. Your points leaders duking it out for tonight's Larry Phillips Memorial. Chad Simpson in 2nd. Stovall continues to hang right there in 3rd, as right now it is a 3-car breakaway for tonight's feature event.
Single-digit laps remain, down to 9 laps left, 41 in the book, and Will Vaught, if he can stay out in front for 9 more laps, could claim the win. But how about Chad Simpson? He is not going to make it easy.
Simpson not going to make it easy. A real big effort that time off turn number 3 and 4, but didn't work too well to his advantage. But he's going to move it up across the track again in turn number 1 and 2. He is diving this car in as deep as he can, but the corner exit right there, just not there for the 25 right now.
And now Will Vaught is starting to gap 2nd place. It is continuing to grow. It's now over a 2nd over Chad Simpson, and now Jesse Stovall is plowing his way down on the inside. He's looking for 2nd.
Definitely plowing down on the inside in that ruddy area down in turn number 1 and 2. Now Stovall drop up to the top side. He will sling some mud the long way around this Lucas Oil Speedway. A few car lengths in the rear view of the 25 of Simpson is definitely on this restart. It has been all Will Vaught as he sees just 6 laps to go.
And how about Peyton Looney? He has fallen by the wayside. He was up there contending for the lead, for the win, and now he is 3.5 seconds back, just mired back in 4th, unable to make up any ground.
Definitely a great run, as you said, your ULMA track champion here. Finnewald having a great run well inside. He is now in the 6th position in that 21F car. An impressive run as the laps continue to wind down for Will Vaught, looking to pick up win number 5 on the season with your Lucas Oil MLRA.
And you see Peyton Looney right there, and you wonder how much of his car has gotten used up as he has been bouncing down on that low side. Just one little rut hit the wrong way, and he starts free falling.
Will Vaught definitely going to take advantage of tonight's DirtOnDirt.com pole position, starting to stretch it out down the front straightaway, continuing to work the top side. Got to be careful. Still a lot of things can happen. Still 3 laps to go. Anything can happen. We've seen it numerous times this season, but right now his best thing would be if that 00 machine of Stovall could steal a couple of points from the 25 of Simpson as the laps wind down.
Well, that will be tough to do as Stovall now has lost some positions there, lost some track position, if you will. He is dropping back now to about 6 or 7 car lengths with just a couple of laps left as Will Vaught still out in front.
Will Vaught in control, looking to pick up tonight's Larry Phillips Memorial feature in the $5,075 to go with it. White flag is out one more time around for Crane, Missouri's Will Vaught. He's going to make the final time down the back straightaway, race fans, picking up his 5th Lucas Oil MLRA season victory off the exit of 4. Make welcome Will Vaught, your feature winner tonight at Lucas Oil Speedway. Chad Simpson will coast across the line in 2nd. Jesse Stovall, a hard charge, will come home in the 3rd position.